You tell yourself you'll start next month, when the bonus comes, when the debt feels smaller, when life becomes a little less chaotic. But next month keeps moving, and here you are again, earning, spending, surviving. Let me ask you something quietly. If nothing changes, where exactly does this road end? Don't answer too fast, because something deeper is happening here. You don't lack information, you don't lack motivation, and you definitely don't lack ambition. So why does financial freedom still feel like a concept, not a direction? There are three things most people never admit. First, they are waiting to feel ready. Second, they think freedom starts with more income. Third, they believe one big decision will change everything. All three sound logical. All three keep you stuck. Pause for a second. Have you noticed how you plan your financial future the same way you plan a gym membership? You imagine the version of you who wakes up early, tracks expenses, invests consistently, builds assets, sticks to the plan. But that version of you only exists in the future, and the present you keeps negotiating. I'll start when things calm down. But things never calm down. That's the first quiet truth. Life doesn't create space for discipline. Discipline creates space in life. And here's where the tension begins, because deep down, you already know what to do. Spend less than you earn, invest the difference, repeat. It's not complicated. So why haven't you done it consistently? This is where it gets uncomfortable. Financial freedom does not start with money. It starts with identity. And most people never change who they believe they are. You see yourself as someone who earns, someone who pays bills, someone who survives the month, not someone who builds ownership. That small shift, it changes everything, but it doesn't feel dramatic. It feels boring, and that's why nobody takes it. Let me explain. Right now, money flows through you. Salary comes in, expenses go out. You're a middle point, neutral. But financially free people are not middle points. They are overs, owners of assets, owners of systems, owners of decisions. And ownership feels risky at first, because ownership forces responsibility. No one claps when you start investing 2,000 rupees every month. No one celebrates when you skip upgrading your phone. No one notices when you track every expense for 90 days straight. It feels invisible. That invisibility is the test. Most people quit there. They wait for a big opportunity, a business idea, a lucky break, a crypto boom, a sudden raise. But freedom rarely begins with a leap. It begins with a line in the sand, a decision. I am no longer just an earner. I am becoming an owner. Read that again internally. Becoming. Not rich, not successful. Becoming. Here's something most won't say. Your bank balance is not the real problem. Your financial self-image is. If you subconsciously believe you are bad with money, you will prove it. If you believe investing is complicated, you will avoid it. If you see wealth as something other people build, you will stay a spectator. Recognition moment. You've consumed content, you've watched videos, you've saved posts, you've even felt inspired. But inspiration without identity shift becomes entertainment, and time keeps moving. That's the quiet part people ignore. You aren't just spending money, you are spending years. 5 years will pass, 10 years will pass. The only question is, will you still be waiting? Financial freedom is not a destination you arrive at suddenly. It is the result of repeated ownership decisions. Small, unsexy, daily. Open the SIP. Automate the investment. Learn one skill deeply. Build one income stream that doesn't depend on your hours. Track your net worth monthly. Increase your savings rate by 1% every quarter. None of this feels cinematic, but it rewires you. Because the first step to financial freedom is not earning more. It's taking control. Control of where money goes. Control of how money grows. Control of who you are becoming. And once that shift happens, something strange occurs. You stop chasing quick wins. You stop comparing lifestyles. You stop feeling broke every time someone else upgrades. You begin playing a different game, a longer game, a calmer game. And that's when assets quietly start accumulating. That's when compounding begins working for you instead of against you. That's when financial freedom stops being a dream and starts becoming math. Let's return to where we started. You keep saying you'll start next month, but the first step isn't a big move. It isn't a risky investment. It isn't quitting your job. It's this. Decide that you are no longer just someone who earns and spends. Decide that you are someone who builds and owns. Everything else comes after that. Quietly, gradually, inevitably. If this shifted something inside you, subscribe, not for motivation, for momentum. Because in the next video, we're going to talk about something that most people misunderstand completely. The 8 assets that quietly make ordinary people rich and eventually free. And once you see them, you won't look at income the same way again. I'll see you there.